Imagine this. You're a young girl, the world outside your window teeming with opportunity and promise. But instead of feeling safe and cherished, you're left behind, forgotten by the very people who are supposed to protect you. Her name was Zainab, and her story, well, it's one of betrayal, fear, and vengeance. A story that will chill you to the bone. It all started one rainy afternoon when her parents, careless and negligent, made a mistake they would never live to regret. Grab your seat, because this is no ordinary story. In fact, it's a tale that proves sometimes the very people we trust the most are the ones who lead us straight into darkness. Zainab's parents were what we might call careless. A hardworking couple, yes, but they were neglectful in ways that could tear apart a child's future. They thought they were doing what was best for Zainab, sending her off to a safe school for a brighter future. But the truth was far darker. They thought they'd done enough. After all, they were leaving her in the hands of a trusted teacher, Mr. Okeke, a man they had known for years. But as they waved goodbye and drove off, leaving their only daughter behind, they had no idea what awaited her in that home. Mr. Okeke was no ordinary teacher. In fact, he had been harboring a secret that would change everything. At first, Mr. Okeke appeared just like any other teacher. Kind, professional. But soon, Zainab began to see another side of him. Behind closed doors, he became something else. He would yell at her for the smallest things. His words stung, and his eyes, they held a darkness that no child should ever witness. As the days passed, Zainab realized the truth. She was completely alone. Her parents thought they were doing the right thing. They thought that leaving her with a teacher they trusted was safe. But Zainab was trapped in a nightmare, one that would push her to the edge. Alone, afraid, and unable to escape. But what her parents didn't know, what no one knew, was that Zainab had a strength inside her. A strength that even Mr. Okeke could never break. Days turned to weeks, and Zainab began to change. No longer the innocent girl they once knew, she was now becoming someone else. She was learning the truth about her teacher's dark past. She was learning how to fight back. Zainab's survival instincts kicked in. She had learned from her suffering. And what she discovered about Mr. Okeke, well, it would change the course of her life, and his. The teacher she once feared was now the very man she would expose, the man she would make pay for his cruelty. Zainab's courage was unbreakable, but would she be able to reveal his secrets before it was too late? Could she outsmart the man who thought he controlled everything? Just as Zainab was about to make her move, something unexpected happened. Her parents were coming home, but were they too late? Would they find the daughter they abandoned, or the monster their teacher had created? Stay with us, because what happens next is not what you think. As her parents' truck approached through the night fog, Zainab knew things would never be the same. She watched from the window, heart pounding, wondering what they would say, what they would do if they even cared. And yet, she held a plan, one that would finally unveil the horror she'd endured. Her parents had no idea of the dark secrets hidden inside their own home. And Zainab, determined and filled with a new strength, was ready to make them understand every painful moment they had left her alone. That evening, as they sat around the table, Zainab's silence spoke volumes. Her parents, oblivious as ever, chatted about their travels, barely noticing the haunted look in their daughter's eyes. And then, Mr. Okeke walked in, his face the perfect mask of calm. But Zainab had had enough. "Mother, father, do you even know what he's done?" Her words sliced through the air, leaving her parents stunned. They exchanged nervous glances, but before they could speak, Zainab told them everything. The torment, the loneliness, the fear. Zainab could see the doubt in their eyes, and it hurt. But she had one last card to play. Zainab had uncovered something dark in Mr. Okeke's room, a hidden stash of documents that revealed his twisted past. She held the evidence in her hand, and as her parents' eyes scanned the papers, realization dawned upon them. They were forced to confront the truth of their negligence. Their trust had been misplaced, and their daughter had paid the price. It was as if, for the first time, her parents truly saw her, saw the pain they had ignored, the warnings they had brushed aside. And for the first time, Zainab felt the power shift back into her hands. But that wasn't the end of it. No, Mr. Okeke wasn't finished with them yet. Mr. Okeke, the man they had once trusted, was cornered. And like any cornered predator, he struck back. His calm demeanor shattered, revealing the sinister side Zainab had come to know all too well. He tried to turn the blame, twisting his words, convincing her parents it was all a misunderstanding. He cast doubt on Zainab's story, hoping to regain control of the situation. But Zainab wouldn't let him get away with it. She had suffered too much, and this was her moment. Rising from the table, Zainab spoke with a strength she didn't know she had. Enough lies. You've hurt me for the last time. Her words echoed through the room, silencing him. And in that moment, he knew he had lost. But he wasn't about to go down without a fight. As Mr. Okeke's lies unraveled, neighbors began to gather. Whispers spread, rumors took root, and the once trusted teacher found himself facing the entire community. Zainab's courage inspired others to speak up. Others had suspicions, even complaints about Mr. Okeke's behavior, but they had kept quiet until now. And the village elders took swift action. Zainab's parents, devastated and remorseful, stood beside her. The village's decision was clear. Mr. Okeke would face justice, not only for Zainab, but for all he had wronged. With Mr. Okeke gone, peace finally returned to Zainab's life. Her parents, having learned a harsh lesson, committed to earning back her trust. They were humbled, regretful of their carelessness. Zainab's strength had exposed darkness and brought change, not just for herself, but for her entire village. Her story became a warning, a powerful reminder that courage and truth are stronger than any shadow. From that day forward, Zainab's story was told to every young girl in the village, a tale of resilience, courage, and the power of speaking out, even when no one seems to listen. Thank you for watching Zainab's journey of courage and redemption. If you found her story as powerful as we did, then you'll want to see Zara and the Curse of the Heartless Mother-in-Law, a tale of betrayal, resilience, and the power of forgiveness. Click on the link here to watch this unforgettable story, and be sure to subscribe for more captivating African tales that touch the soul.